Okay, I'm just going to get started because I don't know if anybody's coming or what's going on, but I'll give it a minute here. Hi, everybody. How are you? Hi, Jesus. Hi, Lauren. How is everybody? Everybody doing good today? Okay, so I was going to talk about the Presidium today because being out in the rooms, I've noticed a lot of people use the Presidium. So I kind of felt like it was important to talk about what the Presidium like can do and what it can't do, because I feel like as a seller, it's like my responsibility to know the items that I have and to portray that accurately to the buyers. So yeah, that's what the show is today. For the buyer and seller awareness, we're going to talk about the Presidium in case you're just joining us. So I printed out just some like basic info. But first, I thought, since it was a seller show and a buyer show, we could maybe put some things in the chat if you guys can. Some things that are like working for you. Um, Maybe, changing your format or shipping quicker, or what are some things that have been working for you? Or if you're a buyer, what are some things that you really like? Um, Characteristics about, particular sellers, or, we try to keep it positive in here. So if you guys want to write down in the chat, what are things that are working for you as a seller? And I'll put some things in the chat that worked for me. Hi, Wani, how are you? Thanks for coming by. We're going to talk about the Presidium today. So, and I was just going to have everybody kind of being consistent. Yep, that's good. That's really good. I know for me, I do all my shows in the Lightbox because I want everybody to see, the items. But I think changing formats, to kind of switching it up is something that I'm going to try to do. So, yeah, does any other buyers have anything they like about certain sellers or anything else that's working for you guys? I like the being consistent. That's really good. Not looking at numbers. Yes, absolutely. That's a really good one too. I love that. Some shows are wonderful and some are not so great, So I think that's really important too, not paying too close attention to the numbers and just doing your thing. Hi, everybody. Hi. Yep, today we're going to talk about the Presidium, the Gemtester. And right now we're just writing down in the chat what are things that we like, because we try to keep it positive in here. Things that we like about certain sellers, or things that we do as sellers that have been positive for us. Run what you have. People will not. Yes, yes, that's so true. Just grab it and run. I know. Yep. Taking requests can distract you for sure. I've had that too. Hi, Crystal. Welcome in. Welcome in, Turban. We're just chatting today. We're going to talk about the Presidium right now. So I have only had 2 shows, so no seller advice. As a buyer, I definitely prefer preloaded shows. Yeah, that's really good too. That's something I know I could improve on, is preloading my shows. Hi, Sparkling Rust. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We're going to talk about the Presidium today, you guys. If you're just coming in, and we're talking about right now just things that are working for us really well. Yeah. Let's see here. Struggle with the format, pre-listings or not. Yep, it's true. It is a lot of work. Yep, me too. Taking the pictures and then uploading it and then putting it in the show. It is a lot of work, but I feel like for me particularly, I try to upload my higher price items and keep those in my shop. But I know I have so many. It's hard when you have so much, to put it on there. But yeah, so that's really cool. Does anybody have anything else they want to put on that's working for them or that they really like? And then we'll talk about the Presidium here. So I did get some info on that. And this is just, like a free chat space. I'm not by any means any expert, in jewelry or the Presidium, or, I'm not some gemologist, but I just like for, people to have an open space where they can chat and, talk about, Yeah, supporting other sellers. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's right. I gave away so much on my show last night. Oh, yes. That happens too. The remorse. Yep. Seller's remorse. I know how that is. Yep. Getting to know new people. Yep. That's really important too. Getting to know new people. Getting new people in your room and keeping them for sure. I feel like buyers get used to the bigger sellers. Yes. That's so true, Fox. That is so true. I definitely feel that as well. They're used to the $1 starts, and it's like, oh, I can't do that. Yeah. But also, you know what? I feel like when I go into those rooms where the big sellers are and it starts at $1, there's so many people in there that it kind of ends up, getting too high where I don't want to bid, So that's kind of why I like having a smaller room in a way too. Let's see here what you guys are saying. Yeah, that is nice. That's true, Tammy. When you give a lot, you do get a lot back, eventually. I really believe that too. Julie said, I would like my items to be mailed in a small box. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Shipping too. Shipping's a huge thing. I know for me, I struggled a lot with shipping in the beginning. Let's see. Protect rhinestones. Yep, absolutely. And not using a toothbrush. I hate, like, I am so adamant about this, but not because I do a lot of restorations on pieces now, and like not using any toothbrush or anything to get those rhinestones wet ever. Super important too. Let's see. It's frustrating. Yeah, they get used to the low starts. Yep, it's true. Platform collaboration over competition. Oh yeah, that's true too. Definitely can be intimate in those bigger. Yes, that's true. You can't be as intimate. Absolutely. I love that. I love all the participation. Thank you guys for coming in and sounding your voices. Almost all the sellers. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. That's great. I love that. Sellers don't it's too much tap. I like trees. Oh, me too. Me too. I reuse the boxes as well. Yep. That's all great things, you guys. I'm so glad that we're able to oh my gosh, taping up. When you get something and it's all taped up, it takes you like 30 minutes to unravel it. And you're trying to remember like what you bought. It's like, wait, what was it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I try to reuse boxes too, and just, to leave less of that imprint, with the packaging for sure. I love that. I think that's really important too. A lot of people don't talk about that, are the footprint that we're leaving in the environment with the boxes and all the waste and stuff. I think that's really cool. That's maybe we should do a show on that too, like a seller and buyer awareness show about that. That would be really good. Reducing our carbon footprint. I don't know what it is. It really doesn't take much tape. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna write that down actually in my notebook. I have several notebooks here. Okay, so let's talk about the Presidium. Here, let me write that down. Green show recycling. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so I'm just going to share with you guys the info that I have about the Presidium, what it can do and what it can't do, and things to kind of be aware of, because I know a lot of people use this. It's a super handy tool, but I think like the point is that it's more of a guide and not necessarily a direct indicator of a particular stone. So let's see here. A clear example of what the Presidium is. Okay, so the Presidium measures stones based on their thermal conductivity. Okay, um, and so different stones transfer heat differently. Okay, so that's how it goes. Knows between a diamond or amethyst. It measures it by the way that they transfer heat in the stone. Okay, so that's how it identifies gemstones. So you can think of it like this: every stone will react to heat differently, and this tool just reads that reaction. Okay, and tells us what it could be. All right, so let's see here. Let's see what it can't do. So, what the Presidium can't do, and I'll just be really clear. Okay, what it says here: the Presidium Gemtester cannot tell natural versus synthetic. So it's not going to tell you if you have a natural ruby or a lab created ruby. And that's really important from what I understand as far as jewelers go, because when you have a lab created ruby, and this is just what my jeweler guy told me, okay, when they take lab created rubies and they heat them up to reform them, what happens is a lot of times the lab rubies will crack, and a natural ruby will not crack when they go to reform them or heat them up. So that's kind of an important thing as sellers to know, the difference between a lab created and a natural stone. And I didn't know any of this either. I'm just have been kind of digging around, and so I think that's kind of cool to know. Just important information. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not claiming to be some know-it-all person by any means at all. But I just think it's really useful information, for everybody. So, and I want, all the sellers to be successful, and I want all the buyers to be satisfied. So that's kind of why I'm doing these shows. So yeah, just so you guys know. Okay, so what the Presidium cannot do. So it can't tell natural versus lab or synthetic. Okay. It can't confirm treated stones. Okay. And it cannot identify the exact stone to 100%. So sometimes stones will overlap. And in that case, it can't give you an exact 100% reading. Okay. And another thing that I noticed, it has trouble, it says, with mounted stones. So let's see here. Mounted stones would be something like rings. I think it said rings they have difficulty with. Let's see what else it's talked about here. Okay. So these are some common misunderstandings with the Presidium. Is that if you test it on here and it goes into jade, that means that the stone is jade. So just because this little line will go up to the jade point does not mean that it's necessarily jade. It could also be nephrite. It could be a few other things. So that's kind of important to know. Nephrite, jadeite, or even similar material. So that's kind of good to know. I didn't know that nephrite tests at the jadeite spot too. So that's good if it passes. Okay, and another thing it says also is if it goes into the glass, if it doesn't pass, that it's fake, or that it's failed the test. So it could be it's not reading it because of the poor contact, or because the stone is too small. So just because it says that it's still glass, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not a real stone. Does that make sense? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. It's not as effective as people think. That's exactly right, Wani. That is exactly right. Okay, so what about if it tests to aquamarine? Aqua. I'm gonna look into it, okay? Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not a specialist, but let's look at the aquamarine, what that one could be, okay? I'll look it up on my laptop right now. I have a lot of glass that won't read as glass. Oh, okay. That's good to look up too. Okay. So glass that won't read as glass, and then the aquamarine. What it could be if it tested aquamarine. Okay, so we'll look that one up too. Could it be better than an aqua? Okay, could it be better? Better than. Okay, we're gonna look it up. We're gonna look it up here in a minute. Okay, your guys' questions, because I think those are all really good questions too. Okay, so if it fails, it could be due to poor contact because the stone is too small, or the setting. Okay, so here are some pro tips. Here are some pro tips when using the Presidium. All right, you guys. So this is kind of important, I feel like. When using the Presidium, always test on a flat surface. And this is a really good one. I never thought of this. To clean the stone first. So make sure that you clean the stone, wipe it down, with whatever, a little paper towel and a damp cloth maybe. But wipe the stone down. I didn't think of that. I've never actually wiped down the stone before I tested it. So that's kind of good to know. I like that one. Don't test hot stones. Okay. And use multiple methods like your loop, the UV lights that we have, and the tester. Okay, that's kind of cool. So make sure that you use your loop, look at it really closely, use the UV, see how it reacts, and then the Presidium. Okay. So it's always good to have backup methods, I guess. Hi, Jules to Junk. How are you? We're just talking today about the Presidium and how people test it in the most accurate way. So I think that's really a good method, is to have several ways that you test your stones, not just using the Presidium, but use the UV light, use your loop. So that's really good. Let's see here. Everything run okay. Glass interactive okay. Builds. All right. So let's see here. What actually builds? Let me see here. Okay. So here's some other tips that it says for using the Presidium. Okay. This is why. Let's see. Break down specific stones. Okay. So identifies ranges, not stones. Many materials fall into the same zone. Quartz, amethyst, and citrine are the same family. Some glass can mimic lower end stones. Oh, I didn't know that. Synthetic stones will often read like natural ones. I didn't know that. Okay, lab created. We talked about that. It struggles. Okay, this is what I was going to tell you guys too. It cannot detect treatments or enhancements. So if you have a piece of turquoise, this is a really big one right now. I feel like with the Native American jewelry thing, that's going on in the sterling and turquoise whole deal. So it cannot detect enhancements like dyed turquoise, stabilized stones, or heat treated gems. They will all pass as real on the tester, but they may not be. So that's super important to keep in mind as well. Um, Metal interferes with the heat flow. So rings and set stones can be unreliable. That's really, really important to know as sellers, because if you're testing a ring and its reading is not real, you're gonna have you're gonna sell it for cheap or not think that it's real, and it could be real, but because of the prong settings right there, the metal could interfere with the conductivity. So that's kind of super valuable information to know and just keep in mind, right? Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. Dissipates into the metal. It's sensitive to user error. Okay, so here's another thing. I'm just reading your guys' chat. Okay, so here's another thing, user error. So things to keep in mind if you're going to use the Presidium: hold the probe steady and not shake. Make sure that you wipe the stone off, which I never thought of that. That's a really great idea, to wipe it off. Um, Testing near edges, and if the stone is already warm, if it's by the window or something like that. Okay, so this is all cool. This is all really important to know. Does anybody else have anything? Let me look. Let me look and see. It cannot identify many materials. Organic gems. Okay, so this is really cool to know too, you guys. So you cannot use it on amber, coral, or pearls. So that's good. Yeah. So I guess like the main point is just to use it more of a guide, and if you want to use it more of a guide versus like a direct um, answer, like, oh, it says jade, it must be jade. So just, it's good to be cognizant of that, I feel like, and aware. Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Does anybody else have anything like about the Presidium or anything like that? I just wanted to come on here and kind of chat with you guys and see what you thought about that. It's really good to know, because I know it's a tool we all use. So anybody else have anything? Let me see in the chat. No, I don't see anything. I'm sure everybody's getting ready for their shows today. I know that they have the commission, 0% commission from Whatnot. So that's really cool. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just going to hang out for a minute, unless you guys, if somebody comes in and has a question about the Presidium, I'm just going to hang out. Okay. So let me know. Let me know. I'll hang out here for a minute in case anybody does Hi, welcome in. We were just talking about the Presidium Gemtester today. I'm just doing a buyer and a seller. I might have missed this, but are there different models? Let's find out. Let's look and see. I know that I have the two. Let's find out what the newest one is. Okay, so what is the newest model of the Presidium? Presidium Gem. I wonder, I think they make the XLR gun or whatever. Oh, hi guys, how are you? Thanks for the raid. You guys are so sweet. And who was that raid? Perfect Petals. Thank you so much. We're just doing a chat about the Presidium gem tester for sellers and buyers to kind of know some interesting facts. So thank you so much for the raid, you guys. I did put a couple giveies in there, so let's run a giveaway just for fun. Okay. And you're gonna get a piece of jewelry. You know what? I'm gonna give you one of these. And this is, I don't know what this is. If it's an aquamarine, if it's glass, I'm not sure. I was gonna test it on the Presidium, but now I'm just kidding. No, but I do have a whole bunch of these. So whether they're aquamarine or glass or whatever they are, you're gonna get one. Okay, you guys. We were just talking about the Presidium and some tips, which were really cool, like wiping off the stone before you test it, things like that. Yeah, thank you so much, Vina. I appreciate that. Thank you guys for coming in. Oh my goodness, I don't know about looking beautiful. I was at a soccer game earlier this morning, and yeah, doing all types of stuff. So but I wanted to make sure I came in here and chatted with everybody, and I like everybody to have a space where they can just hang out and talk about seller issues, or we like to keep it positive in here, but things that are working for you, and maybe things that you want to improve on, or things like that. So we had some really great comments earlier. One person had mentioned being consistent, um, things like that. So lots of really good things here. Okay, does anybody else have anything? Let's see, we were going to find out what version of the Presidium is the newest. The newest one is the 2. Newest tech is the Presidium multi-tester 3. So it looks like they do have, after this one there is a 3. Yes, I'm going to have a show after this, and I got a whole bunch of things here in look at my whole table is covered in items. So I'm trying to get ready right now. um, but I wanted to make sure that I do this because I feel like it's important for the community. um, okay, the best place to purchase it. Ooh, that's a good one. Everybody get in the giveaway. You're going to get one of these stones. It's a mystery stone. So let's see here. Where to purchase it? Geez, my guess would be the Zone, but I'm not sure. Hi. So my brother's walking by. Let's see here. Where's the best place to purchase? So if you guys are just joining us, I'll just kind of recap really quick of like what we went over earlier about the Presidium. So just because it lands on the jadeite does not mean that it's necessarily jade. So as sellers, it's good to be aware of that. Like, oh, it could also be nephrite. There's a couple of other things that it could be. So when it lands on jade right there, that doesn't necessarily mean, oh, it's jade. It's something good to be aware of. Also, like things like cleaning the stone. I never thought of that, cleaning the stone before you test it. So that was kind of useful information too. Let's see, the best overall place to buy it, best budget, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, sold by legit jewelry suppliers, vendors like PMC Supplies, use knockoff, da 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 da. Okay, so I think that best for colored stones, Presidium thermal conductivity. Okay, yeah. So probably Amazon is what it's saying. Anything way under 200. And usually, so the best place to buy the Presidium, it's saying, is Amazon, and then around $200 is what you're looking at spending um, on a new one. Okay. And again, I'm not a Presidium spokesperson. I'm not an expert by any means. I just want you guys to have, all of us to have a place where we can talk about, our experiences and all of that. Um, okay. So let's see what else. Break down specific stones. Okay. And it cannot detect like amber, turquoise, things like that. So that's good to know. The testing near the edges, not holding the probe steady, things like that. Also, some of the okay, so another thing I thought that was really cool about this was that it because it measures the thermal conductivity. Sometimes, like if you have metal on a setting like this with a ring, it's going to read the metal as well as the stone. So rings, it has a lot more difficulty reading accurately with rings. So it's kind of cool to know. Foxy, you're gonna get the blue stones. I'm gonna send you two of these. Whatever they are, mystery, aquamarine, or glass. I'm not sure. You'll have to use the Presidium. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you're gonna get these, okay? Yeah. What is the exact model? The one that I use, the one that's it's the Presidium 2 right there. Okay. And again, I think it's really important to remember like this is more of a guide. It's not an exact like diagnostic tool, you know? So I think that's really important and really cool to kind of keep in mind. It's important to use your loupe, look at the stone really closely, the UV light, how it reacts, and then, also the Presidium. So we have a lot of tools, as sellers and also as buyers, because you know what to look for. So, okay, so that's pretty much all that I have for the Presidium. I don't know if anybody else has anything that they wanted to mention or share, but I know everybody's probably doing shows or getting ready for their shows. I know I have, of course, I got like a huge shipment of items at whatever 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So, right at the last minute. That was my best guess, too. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for coming in and rating and all that. I appreciate you so much. I'm glad that everybody can come in and share and hang out. Okay. I don't know if anybody else wants to chat about anything, but I really appreciate you all coming in and hanging out with me. Of course, you know me, I'm always multitasking here. Interesting. Okay, so should we raid somebody? I don't know. Don't keep is in suspense. Are you going to test? Oh, do you want me to test it? Okay. Okay, I can do it. Hold on, I gotta plug it in here. I don't even have it plugged in. I brought this outside. You want me to test it on here? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I have to get the power cord for it. You guys are so funny. Don't keep us in suspense. All right, let me see here. Do. All right, let's do this here. I probably messed this whole thing up by unplugging it and bringing it out here. Okay, hold on one second. Here's the probe, what they call it. Okay, let me go get the power cord. I'm gonna go get the power cord, you guys. I'll be right back. Yeah. Hold on, buddy. I also brought another tool that I have. too. I have this tool. I don't know if everybody has one of these or not, but let me plug her in here because I know it takes a minute to warm up. All right. You guys are so funny. All right, let's plug her in and fire her up here. Okay, let's see. We're going to keep it flat. Remember, keep it on a flat surface is what it says. Okay. Let's see, I'm going to back up. Let's back it up here. Maybe you guys can see what I'm doing. Actually, let's just do it like this. Let's see. I'm going to switch my camera around like this. Okay, my LaCroix. All right, let's see here. So these are the stones that we're going to test. Let me see. It's firing up right now. It's blinking. It's blinking funny. I've never seen it blink like that. Oh, maybe it wants the little wand plugged in here. In case you guys don't have one, it does have like a couple parts to it. So you have they call it probe. So this is like the probe part right here. So that one gets plugged in as well in the back here. Let's see. There we go. Now she's going. It would help if you could see it, right? Okay, so there we are. So we're going to take the stone and we're going to clean it. Remember, it said to clean the stone, so we're going to clean it off there. Okay. And it takes a minute to warm up, usually. Okay. And it should just be lit. When it's ready, it'll just stay lit. Okay, there we go. Now she's good to go here. All right, so I wiped down the stone and we're just gonna take the probe. Okay, so here you have the probe and then you just kind of, we're gonna lay it flat. We're gonna lay it flat and just kind of set the stone like this. Okay, so this one's not really moving. Okay, so this one would be glass then, is what it's reading as, okay? Let me grab one that I know is a real stone. Let's see. This one is a real diamond here. Let me see. Zoom out, zoom in. Okay, so this one right here, this is a real diamond. So when I hit it, yep. So this one's going to be glass. So Foxy, you're going to get, see, but look at how funny this is. It's not even reading at glass when I do it. It's not even getting to the glass part. Watch. See this one right here? It's not even going into the red zone. So this would be considered a false reading. No, it's warmed up. Well, the light is red, so it's warmed up. When I hit my diamond, it goes right to it. See? It's going. And that's what happens if you hit the metal. It'll beep, but this is a real diamond. See? So it's working. But look, when I go to with the glass, that's a perfect example right there of why you can't fully trust the Presidium. See that? It's not even hitting when I'm putting the probe on this stone. It's not even going into the glass zone. Okay? And obviously this is a piece of glass. It's not acrylic. It's not anything else. It is 100% glass. So that's a great example of why we need to use our other tools. Okay? And look, it does light up green with the UV. Isn't that funny? That's a great example of why we got to be cognizant of like just diagnosing stones, I think that's a perfect example. So thank you guys for mentioning that. That was awesome. I love that. Let's see if anybody else has anything. Does it need more time? Let's see. I like the velvet. Oh, That's funny. Sometimes I do shows out here, so I put the velvet down. You guys are so funny. Thank you. Thanks, Jesus. Let's see. And this is you can calibrate it like this too on the top. So this would be glass reading, and this would be the CAL right there. So if you hit the CAL, it should go right to that spot. Do. Slowly. Okay, and the glass, it should at least go to the glass spot. Maybe this thing is not calibrated right. Yeah, it's going into the glass, so that one's good. This one I'm kind of skeptical about. It should be going into that CAL. And that's one thing too, you guys, that I noticed about the Presidium. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but sometimes when you go on a certain stone, it slowly goes up. It slowly will. So you really have to like take your time and be really steady. So this one's not calibrating exactly right. I got to figure that out. It should be going to that CAL right there. So anyways, thanks you guys for coming in and hanging out with me. I really appreciate you all. Let's see, I'm curious about this one because I know that this one was like a tourmaline or a tanzanite or something like that. Topaz. It is kind of a fun tool, though. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty fun. And the other one I was going to show you guys, too, that I have that I use really quick. I don't know if you guys have one of these, but it's one of these bad boys right here. And you can use it for, let me just see. You can use this for looking at, like, markings on your rings and stuff. I don't know if anybody else has one of these, but if I'm looking for like a 10K or 10 carat mark or anything like that, this really helps a lot. And it also kind of like helps, I feel like, with buyers that like you are, trying to be as consistent and as accurate as possible, not just guessing on what a piece is, So these are really helpful too. It's kind of like a microscope. And then you can adjust the focus. See, like that? There you go. See the 925? It's pretty cool. Oh, do you guys want to see what I got in my shipment today? So this one is called, what is this one called? I'll tell you right now. This one is called I think it's a VGA, something like that. WKR. It's, yeah, no problem, hun. What did I get in my shipment today? I have so many things that I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. See these guys? I just noticed I was running out of brooches today. I'm like, oh my gosh, I sold so much in the last couple of days. Like, look at these. These are glass too. I don't know if you guys know Vintage Victorian. She had a beautiful gem show, and I do some restorations and stuff. So I got amazing gems. Look at these blue. Look at these blue ovals and stuff. These are stunning. I don't know if they're aquamarine, if they're just glass or what, but they're so cool. Let's see what the Presidium says. Let's test it out. Let me see if I can get one. Some of these actually are supposed to be onyx, so I'm kind of curious about that. Let's see some more here. There's camper glass. Oh my gosh, so exciting. I'm trying to get my show ready for a little bit here. Yeah, she's so sweet. She is so sweet. I love her. Look at this one. See that iridescent kind of shimmer that one has? It's really neat. Isn't that cool? I love this one. And I'm not a cameo gal. Let's see what else. I got some pendants. Look at this one. This is like, I really needed bracelets bad because I'm a bracelet gal for sure. I have a lot of people that come in my room looking for like panel bracelets and stuff. So that's like a really important one to have for me on hand. Let's see, what is this? I don't even know what some of these are. These guys, this is a different one. I've never seen a brooch like this with that heavy pot metal. It's kind of cool. Are you going to make? Yeah, I'm going to make with all those, I know, with all these beautiful stones. Look at these orange ones that I got from her. I mean, these are gorgeous. These are beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then just look at this topaz color. I mean, these are amazing. I wanted to get some of these too because I have a lot of crafty ladies in my room. I know, look at that. Isn't that color just like, it's like a honey. It's beautiful. Faceted. I mean, stunning, right? I had to just take advantage of that because I just thought those are, and they were super affordable. They're super cheap too. So we got lots of stuff in today. I do a lot of sourcing. I was kind of trying to figure out like where a lot of my time goes into for whatnot. And like I spend most of my time shipping and sourcing. I do a lot of sourcing. I think more than most people. I probably have like 15 different sources that I use like every week. So I think that's kind of maybe higher number than a lot of people use. But I think it's really important like to have a variety of items too, you know? So that's kind of what I do. Oh my gosh. Hi guys, welcome in. If you're just coming in, we're just looking at some fun stuff that I got today. And looking at the Presidium and some of these other, those are kind of cool. Those remind me of like a Heidi Doss. And looking at some other cool tools that we can use as sellers to kind of make our, just to be the most accurate as possible. What is this? Let's see. Oh my goodness. I don't know what this one is. What about packaging? Do you guys like wrap all your stuff in tape? I have been considering buying one, but wasn't sure. Yeah. So we just talked about the different aspects to the Presidium, which is like, I'm gonna switch the camera around. There's certain things that you want to remember is that it's not going to be a one size fits all. For example, here I'll show you guys. I'm gonna unplug this here. Just because it lands on the jadeite right here does not necessarily mean that the stone is jade. It could be nephrite. It could be jadeite. It could be a couple other things. So also the Presidium doesn't tell you if it's a synthetic stone or if it's a lab created, which there's a huge difference in the price between a diamond that's a lab created diamond and a natural earth diamond. There's a huge discrepancy in the price there. So that's something that you really want to keep in mind as well. For sure, if you're considering getting one. This is so cool. This is so old. I cannot believe this. I was on really late one night and I saw Drip Vault had this running and it was going really low and I bid on it. I can't believe I actually won it, but this is so pretty. You guys look at these. This is like really, really old necklace here. See all the stones on that one? Gorgeous. All hand done. All hand wired. Let's test some of these stones. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But yeah, if you're considering getting one too, yeah, I would just keep that in mind. It's a really good guideline, but it's not a diagnostic tool, I would say. Lab diamonds should all be marked with the serial number through. Okay, that's good. That's awesome to know. Thank you so much, Misty Rose, for sharing that. Thank you so much. That's super helpful. I love that. Probably good to research that stuff if you resell diamonds. Absolutely. I haven't made it to the diamond area yet, but yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Misty. Appreciate that. Girl, me neither. I'm a long way. I know, right? It's so funny you say that because today I was thinking, like, I remember when I first started reselling and people had like Miriam Haskell and they had like Hattie Carnegie. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get one of those. And now it's like, oh yeah, I've got like, whatever. I've got a Miriam Haskell or yeah, I just got my first Hattie Carnegie necklace. And I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I never thought that I would, be able to get a piece like that. So it's cool, as a reseller, knowing that like, it is attainable to like have, I don't know. I always thought of those pieces were like so cool and so unique. So being able to get your hands on them is really, I don't know. It's kind of flattering. Like I'm a historian too. I love the history of all the pieces and stuff. So I'm a weirdo like that. That's why I love stuff like this. Oh, thank you so much. I love stuff like this that is just so old and it just has like a story to tell, and I just respect it. And like that's why I do a lot of the restorations, because I don't want us to lose like a lot of these pieces that are just getting thrown out. Yeah, I know this is different, huh? I have no idea honestly what stones they are or what but I know it's really old. Super pretty. If you guys want to see something amazing, I'll show you. Hold on, I'll show you something amazing today that I picked up. This is I was pretty speechless that I found this. Okay, so um, like I said, I do a lot of sourcing, and this place. Let's see. This place, one of the places that I go to, like quite often around where I live, I stopped in there just by chance, and look what I got today. Look at this. Okay, Venetian, all hand painted, that Millefiore. I spend a lot of time sourcing. Like I spend hours and hours a week trying to get the best prices, trying to find, the best items. But I probably spend around like 18 to 20 something hours a week just on sourcing. But look at those. Aren't those amazing? It's all one necklace. And spacers in between. See the caps on those? So amazing. That's just incredible find. I don't even really know a whole lot about like Venetian whatever hand painted beads, but isn't that so cool? Just amazing. I'm in Orange County, so I'm in California, in the Orange County area. Melting for precious metals. Oh yeah, I know. I hate that too. Melting. I know. Isn't that amazing? And it's all one necklace too. And you can see on the clasp how it's on the original yarn, that original like thread or whatever. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm super, super lucky on that one. And I got a Renoir too. They happen to have a Renoir cuff, a signed Renoir cuff. Isn't that cool? And it's got the signature on the inside there on one of these guys. Really cool. Super, super blessed. Renoir, I don't know. I have a few pieces of them. I don't know. It's so hard to say because, it just depends on what people are willing. If you're a Renoir collector, then you're going to pay more for that piece. I hate putting prices on these pieces because they're all so good. Like this rose quartz one. Look at that huge rose quartz. I got this one at a really good deal. Let's just say under $10 for this one. And that's genuine rose quartz with that amethyst. Just super cool stuff. Oh, you grew up in OC? Oh, cool. Yeah. I grew up in San Clemente, but I'm a little bit more towards Laguna Beach now. So, yeah. Oh, La Palma. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. I really appreciate you guys and just, chatting. It's awesome. It's nice to meet some of you I don't think I've met yet. So, it's really nice to get to know you guys. You come in my shows and just say hi, stop by. Yeah. It's really nice to hear from everybody. Does everybody have shows? Are you guys all doing shows today, or did you do a show today to get the 0% commission day or whatever? I gotta open this other box. I did. Oh yeah. Do you generally like have trouble getting a lot of people in your room, or do you feel like you get a good amount of people in your room? Or I'm just curious. I am tonight. Yeah, awesome. You guys should all follow each other too. I did, but it was my. Oh yay, Misty Rose. That's awesome. Congratulations. Welcome to the Whatnot Seller fam. I'm super happy for you. Zero expectations. That's a really good way to approach it, for sure. In the beginning, you just have zero expectations and do your show, run your items, and yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm super happy for you. It will get easier, you know. And the more that I feel like, for me at least, I can only speak on my behalf. You know, I'm not some expert. I'm pretty new to reselling, but I've always been an artist. I've always made beads. I've always done jewelry. I paint, but reselling is new to me as well. But I feel like the longer, the more that you just stick with it, you know, and network and socialize with other people on the app, that you'll get more feet in the door, you know, when you're doing your shows. At least that's what I've kind of experienced. I'm working on getting my really good stuff. Yep, me too. Me too. I'm working on getting my really good stuff in my shop. And it takes a lot, doing the pictures, posting it, you know, getting all the research. Just doing the research alone, it's like really takes a lot of time. People don't realize that. I feel like I didn't realize that when I started. Like, yeah, it's going to take a lot of your time. It's going to take all your time. You know? Yeah. So I know for me, managing that time, it's like, okay, how much time do I have to do shipping? Okay, I need to, you know, have this kind of organized. How much time do I have to do on this research? Because I could spend all day researching jewelry. I could spend all day like looking up Hattie Carnegie and, you know, all these pieces, but I try to keep the mindset like, okay, I've got 5 minutes to look this up and I'm going to post it, you know? And I actually use a timer. I use a little timer and it goes off in 15 minutes. Okay, I'm done. You know? So, yeah. It took me 312 hours, days to list only 57 items. Yes. I took great pictures. Yes, absolutely. 3 12-hour days. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And you want to get the right pictures, all of that. Yeah, it's a lot. It'll get easier though, I feel like, Misty Rose. I feel like it will get easier the more that you do it. And you know, I heard one lady saying yesterday, she said, you know, I'm not going to take pictures of like 10 pictures of each item. I'm only going to take a picture of the front and the back, you know? Um, so, but I am like that too. I want a perfect picture. You know, if I'm going to use it, I want the piece to be represented in the best way possible. So I'm also a perfectionist, like when it comes to that as well, you know. And I've got a nice camera. I've got the Canon Rebel, you know, it's a pretty good camera too. So, yeah, you can change the settings on there and really get elaborate, but I know that time is a valuable thing, you know. I'm wondering if these are amethyst or if these are just beads. What do you guys think? Do you think that these are just are amethyst, or do you think that they're beads? What do you guys think? I just like the way they were wrapped. I didn't even care what they were. Look at how long it is. Somebody hand wrapped each one of those, you know? You think they're beads? Yeah, maybe. Should we turn on the Presidium and find out? All right, let's see. I'm going to switch you guys around now that we have all this stuff out. Plug her back in here. Okay. Plug her back on in. Thank you, Jesus. Good to see you, Jesus. How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. I know you've been down and out, so I hope you're feeling better there, Jesus. Okay, here we go. Let's get her plugged in. And I've got stuff everywhere. I got to get my trays ready and do a show. I have no idea. I've never had these before, so I wonder um, how much. Does anybody in the room know like how much something like this, like value wise? I don't know. I'm kind of curious about that. Okay, let's move all these. Get my ring back on. Okay. I had cobalt glass hand wrapped. Oh, okay. Cobalt. Maybe that's what it is. Better things. Oh, good. Hope it isn't lagging this bad later on. Oh, is it lagging right now? Am I lagging? Okay, let's try this. I think you're right. I think that these are glass beads too. I don't think that's amethyst. Not with that big hole like that. Kind of look like wedding cake beads almost. Anywhere from 45 to 120. Okay, that's good to know. Yep, so these are testing as glass. Let's see if this thing is even working. Let's go like this. I feel like it's not being as accurate as it could be. I don't know. See, this should be going all the way to the CAL, the calibrate, and it's not. Let's see. Can you guys see it? When you go to glass, it should at least be touching the glass area. Interesting, and it's not even doing that. Well, that's good to know. Okay. So, not lagging. Did you just turn it back on? Yeah, I just turned it back on. It's weird. See the probe though? That probe is not out. Like it should be out a lot more, I feel like, and it's not. So maybe that's the problem too. Maybe I need a new probe. Weird. Well, see, you guys, you can't always trust them. No, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? Weird. It's just good stuff to know. I never thought about wiping the stones down before you test them, and that could make a difference. So that's kind of good to know. I got a whole nother box here. I don't even know what's in it. What are some things that you guys have had, like, that have been really good sellers for you lately, like Juliana's or like rhinestones, or what are things that you guys have had that like items that have sold a lot lately? I know for me, I've been doing a lot of, well, of course, always the Juliana thing. People are just fascinated with those, but I've been doing like a lot of crystal type stuff. Look at these. Aren't those gorgeous? Oh, those are definitely vintage. Do you guys do vintage and modern stuff? Or hi, Angel. Angel's like, okay, start running some stuff. I'm just kidding. Oh, it's so funny. How you doing, Angel? No, I love this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you could join us. We're just hanging out and checking out some different things and chatting away. Vintage and antique stuff is my preference. Sometimes I ended up picking up more contemporary pieces because they're in a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I love learning from everyone. Yeah, that's a great characteristic, Angel, to love learning, you know? I'm about to finish my bachelor, so I've had enough learning. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, it's been a long haul with school because I am in school too full time. So I do whatnot full time and school and momming, single momming. So it's a lot. It's a lot, but it's amazing. My bachelor's is in criminology, law, and society. So I'm actually a pre-law major. I was gonna try to go to law school. So this summer I'm taking the LSAT and We'll see. We'll see what happens. School and learning sucks. This kind of learning is awesome. That's so true. That is so true. I was really, oh, thank you, Angel. Yeah, it's been a long haul. I actually did an audition yesterday. I think I'm going to speak at my commencement ceremony, because I have, quite a story to tell. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to actually get to speak at my own graduation in front of everybody. Ugh, crazy. It was hard not to get teared up, but my daughter kind of kept me sidetracked, so I didn't get, teary-eyed, and it was awesome. I'm really excited. Really excited. Woo-wee, look at these watermelon. Now let's talk about watermelon glass. No, I'm just kidding. Look at these, are really cool though, right? Love them. What else do I have in here? Ooh, that's a good one. She's pretty. Let's see what the Presidium says what this one is. Actually, where's my diamond? I have one diamond that I know is a real genuine diamond that I can use as like a indicator. Let's see. My ring. My ring is under all of this stuff here. Let's see. I think that's just glass. Man, is she so pretty though? How pretty is that purple? I love it. Okay, what else did I have here? Thanks you guys for hanging out. I'm just I'm probably gonna just be getting ready for my show. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just unboxing all of this stuff that we're gonna lay out. Any garnet? Oh, I have garnets. I have amazing. I have briolettes, which are those pear-shaped, like natural ones. Oh my gosh. They're kind of rare too. I'll show you. Oh my gosh, and there's another package. So these are that's right. It's not in my shop. You guys can't see my shop because on purpose I didn't load the shop, so it would just be more about kind of the buyers and sellers and not about like me selling. So I didn't load my shop on purpose. But I have these garnet briolettes and they're really, really good. See that beautiful like red wine color? Yeah. They're so pretty. And I believe this is on sterling. I think we tested that last night. Super pretty. I love that red, that rich like red color. So good. Let's see here. Yeah, I've been really lucky finding a lot of like art glass lately and stuff like that. Briolettes. Yeah. I'm gonna get my show ready. I'm actually getting ready right now for my show. Kind of setting stuff up. I don't even know what this is, but these are just cool. I have no idea. That definitely looks like stone though. Man. Okay. Let's see what else. Does anybody have anything else? That they wanted to mention or struggles that they're having or anything like that? Being a buyer, a seller. I do try to like keep it, I try to keep it positive, but there's always things that happen. What else do we got? I have a lot of loose stones. I think I'm gonna do a craft show at some point here. Do you want to see? This is my favorite. I'll show you guys the one last thing. I'll show you my favorite piece of the week, okay? This is a Vendome, and just brace yourselves because she's a stunner. And I mean all glass stunner. Look at that blue. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. Did you pop into the man who was selling off? Yes, yes, I did. Sparky, is that Sparky? I just ran right before my show started right here. I popped in there really quick, but yeah, I think she's talking about Sparky. Yeah, yeah, Ethan. What's up, buddy? Oh, let me see where she's at, okay? Okay, let me call her and see. Hold on, buddy. Yeah, what, Misty Rose, did you go? Was it a good show or? I know they had a lot of really nice things. What's this? What's in this one? I'm gonna turn this thing off because I'm not sold on this right now. I'm gonna have to look into how to recalibrate the Presidium. Vintage Crow! Oh my gosh! Hi, Vintage Crow. You sweetheart, you. You are too much. You know what? I was thinking of you today. Thank you so much for coming in here. I did load up a couple of givvies. Here, let me just do something here. Okay, I did load up a couple givvies, you guys. Hi. Let me switch my thing around. Hi. I'm Velvet Mandy, and we were doing a seller and buyer awareness show on the Presidium today. So that's what we were up to. We were talking about, how the Presidium can't necessarily detect stones per se directly. So, and just being cautious of using it and things like that. So thank you guys for coming in, and I appreciate you, and I love you, Vintage Crow. Everybody should follow the Vintage Crow. She is amazing. She's so sweet. I absolutely love her. So please, you guys, give her a follow. She's a great seller. She's got such a big heart. I love her so much. So yeah, we're just having fun, and then somehow we started unboxing. Stuff, and yeah, we're just having fun and kind of looking at the different tools that we can use. I'll show you guys as sellers too. You have the Presidium. We had this guy that we were kind of looking at our jewelry with up close. The UV light too. So things like that. Yeah. So they're all kind of a nice guideline, because I don't think there's any one test that's going to tell you exactly what a stone is, unless you have one of those big XLR guns or whatever that costs like $5,000 to $10,000. But I think most of us use this thing, the Presidium. So yeah, I have the same. He has some rare pieces. Oh yeah, he does. Oh my gosh, that show was insane. That show is insane with all those Julianas. Ooh, man, they're expensive though. I love odd and rare. Yeah, me too. Some stuff like that. Yep. I can't believe I'm still unboxing this stuff. Lily, welcome in, Lily. It's still running. Oh my goodness. I wonder how he did, if he had much success. I sure hope so. That's a tough sell. I feel like, in the 2000s, with selling rhinestones, it's crazy how valuable they are. Those Julianas, man. Everybody wants those Julianas. You know? Thank you, Vintage Crow. You're amazing. Yes, absolutely. You guys follow each other, post your shows. Thank you so much. We were talking about Sparky's with the Julianas. And yeah, we were just looking at the Presidium. We're looking at different stuff. I was showing them some of my favorite pieces I got this week. And we were just kind of sharing like what has worked well for you. This week, like what are things that have worked well for you as a seller? Maybe like changing your format or being consistent. So you guys can post, what are things that have worked well for you. Post your shows. I always like to keep it positive. We don't talk negative, like about directly about negative, talk about other sellers. I mean, but we like to keep it positive and help improve the whole Whatnot platform. Just sharing info and having a space to kind of chat and hang out. So, and today we were talking about the Presidium, this guy right here. So, people love a good theme. Oh, themes, yes, yes. I'm pretty bad about that. I just kind of throw it all out there, but I love that having themes and like like I said, I want to do a craft show. So, ooh, The Great Gatsby, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Or I know I have a lot of Bakelite. I'd like to do a Bakelite show or yeah, what are some other themes, you guys? What are some themes that you could use? I don't know. I would love to hear some ideas about themes you guys have. I'm trying to think. Maybe like a glam. I know all my stuff is sparkly. I'm trying to be better about themes. I know, right? You know what else? I would like to be better. Oh my gosh, an adult prom. You guys are so funny. I would like to be better about maybe co-hosting, like having other sellers that are my friends that I know, people I know, come on and do a co-host a show. Razmaster. Oh my gosh, I know who that is. That's my oldest daughter, Bella. Annabella, you get to pick what you want. You can pick if you want some stones, if you want a necklace. Good job. You won the Gibby. Woohoo. Will you do another jewelry repair show? Oh, yes. Yes, I will. And a lot of people were yay, I'm glad you did. You can pick whatever. You get to pick whatever you want. I'll let you pick one thing. You can pick whatever you want. If you like bracelet, if you want some stones, whatever you want, you can pick. Yeah, I will. And you know what? I was going to say, a lot of you guys, calling me, a lot of you guys wanted to learn about soldering and how to, use the soldering thing. And it's really easier than you think. So I would love it if everybody could, use the solder and, with the flux and I'll show you guys what you need and how to do all that. Look at this one. Isn't that amazing? This is glass, you guys. Like, how the heck did I find that? I don't know. But yeah, absolutely, hun. I will absolutely do a repair show. Even just repairing rhinestones, like, on certain pieces, popping out the stones, cleaning them, putting them back in a way that's, respectful to the piece and all that. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm so glad. And guys, know I do have a YouTube. This is actually my shows are streamed onto YouTube. They can't see the chat. The people on YouTube can't see the chat, but they can just hear me and see the show. So yeah, guys, go to my YouTube and follow. I do previews for my shows and stuff like that on YouTube, and it's Velvet Vault Jewelry, all one word. Okay, that would be awesome. I can solder, but I've never used it. You know what? I have met so many people that said they have the solder gun, but they never used it, or iron. I don't know what they call it, but so yeah, we got to get you guys in there and using them. It's pretty easy. So if you use the right stuff, it's pretty easy, in my opinion. Annabelle, did you pick what you want, or do you see anything that you like? What do you like? This is too funny. Used it for stained glass. Ooh, stained glass. Oh no, don't get me started on another project. I'll be You guys want to see some beads? Oh my gosh. Right now I'm working on beads. Look at Have you guys been to the check beads? Like have you guys checked out the all the really cool check beads that they have on this platform? The people that sell these. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. Amazing. Look at these. These glow too. These ones glow. Look at that. What? Isn't that crazy? Insane. I've used it for stained glass and copper. I like the pink butterfly bracelet. Oh, you do? Okay, you like that one? Okay. You like the rose quartz type stuff. All right, you got it, honey. Yay, you won the Gibby. Awesome. That's so fun. Thanks, you guys. Into the pink. Okay, you got it. You got it, sweetheart. I'm looking at some other pink stuff that I have too. Okay, pink it is. Let's see. What else have you guys? Do you guys do your own repairs? Does anybody else do their own repairs here? I'm still waiting for the tips and on the themes that we could do for the shows. Does anybody have any idea for like theme ideas for shows? I know I need to do like a crafting show. I better get my trays out. I gotta start running through this stuff, you guys. MCN. What is MCN? Oh, MCM? MCM. I'm not sure if I know what that means. Oh, mid-century modern. Oh, I love that. That's fun. Mid-century modern. I'm going to write that one down. Okay, let me see here. Okay, does anybody else have anything that they wanted to Koro, Lisner, Japan, and Germany strands? I have one on Monday. Cool. Okay. Hollywood Regency is a wildly popular style. Ooh, I love that. Okay. I could see a show based around that. Oh my gosh, I know, right? I was thinking like the glam, because obviously I'm a sparkly gal. I love this pink on this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's so pretty. I had done a few goth shows. That's a good idea. Marilyn Monroe glam. Oh my gosh, I love all those. You guys, here, wait, where's my pen? I'm going to seriously write these down. I have to move the jewelry to get to my pen. Let's see. Yeah, I'll definitely do some soldering and I'll do some repair. I need to do more on my YouTube. So I'm sorry, my YouTube people. I really need to get on there more, and that's kind of a goal of mine to do more stuff on there. Let's see. All right, I'm going to take a note. Hollywood Glam, mid-century modern. I love that. Old money is pretty popular. Ooh, I love that. That's a good one too. Raz. Mrs. Raz. Let's see. I love that. Hold on. I'm going to write this down before I forget in my laptop here. Let's see. Old money is popular. Okay. I love that. 80s. 1950s Marilyn Monroe. Okay. Let me write this. Okay. Let's go right here. I think these. Yeah, I love these, you guys. Thank you so much for the ideas. Mid-century modern. Yeah, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your guys' suggestions. So I try to do these shows, you guys, on Saturdays, so that we kind of have everybody has time to connect, and kind of. Oh, Victorian, I love that one. I love that. Bridgerton. Lifetime were astonishing. Elizabeth Taylor. Oh, I love Elizabeth Taylor. I actually have a necklace, Elizabeth Taylor necklace for Avon that she did. I was like really surprised to find that. Lifetime, Bridgerton, Victorian. I love that too. That's really good. Victorian. Okay. All right. Thanks you guys so much for coming in. And, like I said, I do these on Saturday just so people on the app, buyers and sellers can come and just have space to discuss, things. And I try to pick a theme. This week we did the Presidium. Next week, I think maybe we'll talk about repairs and like soldering, things like that, maybe. If people want to kind of know more about that, I can do a demo. Maybe if you guys want, or you guys can always message me too. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. I'm just a little guy here on Whatnot, but I'm always I'm always happy to help. And I love hearing new things, new ideas, and supporting other sellers too. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming in and hanging out. We got some raids. That's just amazing. I'm so blessed to have all of you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and participating and just hanging out with me. That's what I love about Whatnot. Just the people that I meet are always amazing. Always amazing. You guys are just, I'm always learning new things and such kind people. It's really such a blessing. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, should we read somebody? I know, so many amazing people, right? We're so lucky. So lucky. And now I have all this stuff to sort through. I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to start my show. Okay, so let's go see who we can raid. Thanks you guys again. I love you all so much. I really do. And see who we can go see, okay? Please message me, if you have ideas or, and follow each other. Put your shows down really quick if you want to. And then we can go raid somebody. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. I know our time is valuable as Whatnot sellers because what we do takes a lot of time. I don't think people realize how much time goes into the research, the cleaning the jewelry, sourcing the jewelry, selling the jewelry, shipping the jewelry. it's quite it's quite a lot, but I absolutely love it. So welcome in, Pax. Yep, we're just getting ready. We were gonna raid somebody. So thank you guys. I'll set up the show for next Saturday. Bookmark it, tell your friends, and yeah, thank you so much. Okay. All right, we're gonna go see my friend Soph Sells. She's such a great seller. You guys will love her. She has ridiculous prices too. Okay, let's go and see her. Thank you guys.